Knock, knock, knock. Hello? Flower delivery service? Hi. Hi. So, what was it you needed? Let's see, let me look on the list here. Needs warm bath, warm food, and a special bedtime story to sleep. Okay, that doesn't sound too hard. I think I can do that, right? Now, if you excuse me, let me get in here. Oh, wow. There seems to be quite a bit of trash around, but that's okay. I can try to clean that up for you while you're in the bath. I have a few tricks up my sleeve that'll make them all disappear. No, I will not be throwing them off the balcony, don't worry. Actual magic, silly. But I didn't grow up as a magical girl for no reason, you know. Here, let's see, where... Ah, okay, I see. Just turn on the hot water. There we go. I think I have everything ready in here if you would like. Oh, no? Really? You'll take it after you... Okay, take it after you eat. That's fine. Well, where's your kitchen then? Oh, you don't have a kitchen. Okay, you have a microwave, right? Is that how you've been eating? I see. Then, let's see. What can I make with just a microwave? How about... Do you like oatmeal? Cause I'm sure by the looks of it around here, you've eaten plenty of ramen noodles. I don't think you need any more of that. That stuff's kind of unhealthy for you, you know. How about oatmeal with some fresh berries? I saw some as I was walking here, you know. You have a black raspberry bush right in your backyard. Did you not know that? Here, mind if I just... fill up this water and then I'm gonna microwave it as I go pick some berries. Would you like to come with me, actually? Hup, 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 hup. There we go. It's nice out. It's nice outside today, isn't it? The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. Hopefully they haven't stolen any berries, huh? I guess we'll have to go and see. Yeah, do you see it right over here? There's so many flowers that are blooming around here too. Isn't it beautiful? Let's see, here's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot to grab a bowl, actually. Do you mind holding your hands out, just like this? Just like in like a bowl shape? Thank you. You're gonna be the designated berry carrier. Now don't squish them. It's very important to keep them nice and firm for when you throw them in your oatmeal. It's very tasty. You know, oatmeal is quite a good meal any time of day. It's breakfast, it could be lunch, it could be dinner, it could be a midnight snack. You can make it at any time of the day and it's quite wonderful, I think. There's many different ways to enjoy it and... Well, I guess there's only one way to enjoy it, but you can decide between water and milk. But there's a lot of different ways to flavor it and stuff. I suppose that's what I mean, you know? And I think that's really nice. I like it when a food has some varieties in it, I suppose. Different ways to enjoy it. Just like I said, maybe it does make sense after all. Okay. What do you think? Is that enough berries? How hungry are you? I don't think I need any. Okay. Maybe just a few here. Let me just grab them off the bush. They're very good though. Thank you for allowing me to have some of the berries. What it's payment for? Oh, I don't know. The payment for taking care of you. How about a smile on your face? That would make me happy enough. I think that's plenty. Okay. We can go back up then. Yeah. You know, this place is not too bad either. I expected everything to look kind of shoddy and run down, but the whole way up to your place is quite nice, I have to say. All the walls are clean, and the elevator actually feels safe, and the stairwells seem nice and safe, and the stairs aren't too high nor too low. But I understand how just because things feel okay, and just because things are kind of nice around you, it's not going to change how you feel inside your mind. So don't worry. I am not judging you. It's okay. Let's see. Bing bong. Oh, wait. Why am I ringing the doorbell? sorry. Alright, let's get it. Looks like it was right in time. Sorry, it seems I'm getting sleepy. Jeez, it's just a walk up the steps. I'm not sure how it made me so tired. But looks like the water's done. Or I hope water's okay. Or did you want milk? Personally, I like the water better in it, but a lot more people like milk, so maybe I should have made you the milk. But that's okay. If you don't want it, I'll eat it. Okay. Pour it in here. Mix the spoon around a little. Mix. And I usually let it sit for a bit. Otherwise, it's kind of soupy. So, here, let's set it down. And we can talk a little bit more until it's done. Until it's a good consistency for you. I know some people are kind of picky about textures, right? So, and oatmeal can have a kind of funny texture. Oh, maybe a nap would be nice, actually, if you have a spare couch. But I'm not here to take a nap. I'm here to take care of you. So, let's see. Do you have any bananas, or we should really get you some more fruits, actually. Fruits are a really nice snack to eat, and they're healthy, and can't really go wrong with fruit, unless it gets moldy. Maybe that would be a problem for you. But there's like dried fruit, there's like dried strawberries, and raisins, dried grapes, I suppose. And those are very good. They're tasty. Maybe I should take you shopping next time. How about that? You can see what kind of stuff that I buy, and maybe you'll want some too. Gives you some faith to try something new, huh? Let's see. Anything in here? No. Here? No. Geez, you don't really have much food at all, do you? All I see is what? Soup? Some vegetables? Well, that's good you have vegetables, at least canned vegetables, but that's still something. And a lot of ramen. Okay, we need to cut you back on the ramen, dude. Oh my gosh. That's okay. How's the oatmeal? Is it done yet? Would you like to try? Just make sure you get a bite of berry in there too. It enhances the flavor like you'd never expect. See, I know it's a very simple thing, just berries and oatmeal, but doesn't it taste good? It's food. It's something that's not just ramen. I'm sure that by the seams of it, you haven't really had much besides that. I'm sure your tongue could deal with some other flavor than sodium. Jeez Louise. I am getting tired. Well, let's see, you can finish that up. Go ahead and keep eating. Let's see. As for how do I get you to bed? How about I tell you about... Here. Let's get you to bed first, before I tell you a story that might end up passing you out. I see, I didn't think that you'd have even more trash in here. Don't worry, I think I should be able to take care of it while you sleep. I'll try not to wake you up. The magic I use is generally quiet enough, so. And then this is your blanket. Jeez, sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will... How about this? Let's go wash your blankets and pillows sometime. It's okay. Maybe we can take a nice walk somewhere, Walk to the laundromat. But don't worry. It's your home. I'm not gonna force you to do it. Anyway, cover yourself up. Let me grab a book here. Ooh, your chair is awfully squeaky. Okay. Let's see. Which page should I pick from? What, you... Of course I don't know. It's just a small little book that I keep. And, well, I don't have pockets. In my pocket dimension, you know, I do have a pocket. But, I think this is a good one, maybe? No, but what about the other one? Oh, I know. It's... It's hard to choose when there's so many to choose from. So many wonderful stories in the world. Okay. Yeah, let's do this one. You ready? Make sure you close your eyes, you know, you have to really envision this, okay? There once was a girl, a very shy girl, who didn't really have any friends. Whether it was due to her shyness, that she didn't have friends, or she didn't have friends because she was shy, it was not very clear. To her, or to others. But she would often take walks into the woods, where she did have her so-called friends, such as the frogs on the logs, or the trickling of the water between the rocks in the creek, or even the birds that would fly around in the trees and in the leaves. Everywhere in the woods she would find friends somehow. It made her think that she was awfully good at making friends after all, Even if they weren't people, they were still kind to her in their own ways. The creek never made her slip with the mossy rocks. The water would not splash on her when she didn't want it to. The frogs would never get in front of her path, and they wouldn't run away either. They would simply just wait and see what she does in return. They would let her study them as close as she wanted. And same with the birds, actually. Oftentimes when she would start walking through the woods, the birds would come down from their trees, from the branches, and onto the bushes that were close to the ground. There were birds of many a color, even colors that she had never seen before in a bird. She once tried to remember the colors so she could ask her parents when she was back at home what kind of birds they were. But for some reason, it's like the colors she could never put in her memory, only be seen with her own two eyes. But one day, she did find someone else walking through the woods. And she had never had this happen before. It seemed to be another girl, a girl who looked just like her. Her hair was long and scraggly and dark, and her clothes didn't look all too expensive, but they weren't scratched and raggedy as if she was terribly poor. She really did just look like her, almost as if those clothes were her own. When she tried to approach the girl, because she was very far when she first saw her, she just kept walking away, almost as if on purpose. Excuse me. Jeez, it's getting me sleepy too. The closer she got, it felt like the farther away the girl would get. And she followed her, even to a part of the woods that she had never been before. Though she was still sure of her way back. She wouldn't want to get lost in those woods now. Eventually, she did see the girl turn around and sit down on a large rock in a circle around a campfire that she had never seen before. There was a trail that led away from it, and there were little rocks and gravel smattered around. The rocks seemed like they were perfect size for people to sit on, and they didn't seem too sharp. The gravel was neatly upkept in the circle around it as well, with the grass not being too long, and even the trailway having been beaten down into dirt. When she got closer, she decided to ask the girl. When she finally got closer, she... Even as she got closer and closer, the girl didn't seem to mind her. She just sat on her rock, kicking her feet and looking at the birds in the sky, much like she did, too. The more and more she thought, the more and more this girl seemed very similar to her herself. Now, it did make her nervous just following a girl like this in the woods, but she was doing her best to not be creepy, to not be putting off to this girl, and she was absolutely fascinated at how similar she seemed to herself. So, when she finally got close, she, just like the girl, sat down on a rock and started looking up at the birds. At first she waited for the girl to say something first. Maybe ask, "Why are you following me?" Or, "Is there something you need?" Or, "Why do you look so much like me?" A question that she herself wondered so much. Could this girl be a clone? Maybe a long-lost twin that she had never known about. Well, very much time had passed. Even just looking at the birds, she couldn't help but worry about these questions in the girl instead of actually watching the birds. But the girl never actually said anything. All she did was continue kicking her feet and looking around. But at some point, she did get up, and she was very scared that she would walk away from her. But no, she actually just went over to look at a toad. And so, I guess we didn't name the girl. What is her name again? Okay, her name is Laura. Okay. Well, Laura stood up herself and walked over to her doppelganger to look at the toad together. And the mysterious girl said, "Isn't this place so beautiful? Everything has many different colors. Colors you could never hope to describe in words. Colors that you feel like you can only seem to see in dreams." And Laura looked at her. It sounded just like her voice. But all she said was, "Yes, I agree." The mysterious girl looked at her. "I know you have more to say than that. Come on. You don't have to hide anything from me." Laura blinked a few times at this. If she was so much like her, then why is she so much more confident like that? So Laura replied, "Well, yes, and I guess you're right. I feel like every single time I come to this place, I can never remember the exact things I see. And I feel like I've dreamt of this place even more than I've came somehow." And the mysterious girl nodded and agreed. She said, "I feel the exact same." So she got up from the ground and walked over to the campfire that seems to have been lit many times before. But right now it wasn't, of course. Why would it be lit during the daytime? However, even then, it felt like Laura could envision how it looked when it was lit. Like she had been there before. The smoke billowing up into the night sky and the crackling of the fire, as well as the colors that shone in the middle of all the heat. The girl said, "What makes you think that this place isn't a dream? If the case is that you can't seem to remember it that well, doesn't that sound just like a dream?" Laura thought about it as she paced over to the campfire with her doppelganger, but really she couldn't think of a reply. The girl started saying, "Well, when you're not so nervous about many things, when you really feel truly at home and comfortable where you are and with your surroundings, things feel a lot more pure, don't they?" Laura blinked a few times, just trying to take this all in, of a mysterious place in the woods where she seemed to have never seen it before, and a strange campfire that she could have sworn she'd been here before, and a girl who was just like her, except more confident. And she seemed to know things that Laura never thought. And she seemed to say the things that Laura would want to say, but never had the courage to speak out loud. The doppelganger continued. "The colors you see, and the wind that you feel upon your skin, and as it blows around your pretty dress, and the birds that you hear, and the trickling of the water, and even the campfire crackling. So many things that just feel more raw because you're able to take in that space. Your brain isn't being stressed out as much by your surroundings, and it's much better, isn't it? To not have to worry about others. That's why you come here. I'm sure you already know. But I thought I'd tell you." In response, Laura said, "Well, excuse me, oh my gosh. Well, I would like to change these things. It's kind of impossible for me to. I've tried, and it feels harder than walking around in the woods for a whole day, just to say a few words of what I really think." To this, the doppelganger replied, "There's only so many ways we can try to beat our brain against those intrusive thoughts, against thinking that others don't like our presence as much as they might say they do, or that they automatically dislike us for one reason or another, or even that upon saying something, we'll instantly be hated. But have you really ever felt that way towards anyone else? Have you had those sort of instant dislikes and instant thoughts of absolute hatred of, I would never want to see this girl again? Laura couldn't help but laugh. even though it seemed like she was trying to be serious about this. The doppelganger kept on talking. I know just how hard it is myself to get over those thoughts because, well, I'm you, after all, and I know how you feel and the things you experience. But, sorry, I keep flipping through multiple pages, I don't mean to. But with enough practice, it all gets easier. And it gets easier every single time. Every single time that your bad thoughts are challenged and that they're wrong, you start to realize that maybe I'm not so bad after all. Sometimes you just have to apply seeing yourself from a different lens, don't you think? Seeing how the things that you would say would be taken and how you would feel about someone who says those things. So, what do you think? Do they feel fresh and interesting and pleasing to have company? Or do you instantly dislike it and want to never see it again and you want to just run away? Laura looked at her doppelganger, looking so smug right back at her, even though she had voiced every single thing that she had ever thought, right out into the blue, and she realized just how ridiculous some of these inner thoughts were that she thought. And just as she was about to speak, suddenly, her eyes opened. And she was laying on a log, her favorite log that she liked to sleep on in the woods, as just a nap, a bit of a break, some relaxation from the real world. There was a frog right by her head that was croaking. Ribbit, ribbit, it said. Laura looked at the frog, and the frog looked at her, much like how they usually do, and then it hopped away. What was all of that? What was the purpose to all of that? It was like that girl, she had spoken so many things about the exact thoughts that she had, the exact worries that she had. How did she know it all? Was that really just her mind talking to herself? Was it her inner thoughts really wanting some real friends that would talk to her and not just ribbit like that? Someone to have discussions with and to just talk to. She began to walk back home, still dazzled by the experience. She had never had a dream like that before, though she has had many dreams of just napping on a log. She generally has more dreams when she takes a nap. And she thought about it all the way home. And she thought about it as she went to sleep that night. And she thought about it as she went to school the next day. And she thought about it as she ate lunch. And she thought about it on the way home from school and the whole day in the next walk in the woods, hoping that she would encounter that same dream again, the same girl, on the same log. And maybe even the same frog would come by for company. Though it didn't happen. So instead, at night, the next day, she had vowed to try to finally make a friend at her school. we're almost done. She liked to study animals and looked at them a lot, and just nature in general. I think that was rather obvious from the before stuff, but her class was assigned with bird watching. Something that was pretty often. You would try to identify the birds by their chirps, by their colors, and everything. And so there was another girl that looked just like her as she was outside in the woods near to her campus. She walked up close next to her and tried not to startle her. And she was looking at a very colorful bird. And so she spoke to her and said, "Isn't it so pretty, all the colors that we can see with our own two eyes? It's like colors that just don't translate to memory very well. Colors we can almost only ever see in dreams." And the girl turned to her and pondered for a moment and said, "Yeah, I agree." And so that seems to be the end of that tale. Just something about trying to get yourself out there and realize you're not as annoying to other people as you think you are, and some self-awareness and applying the perspective that you see upon others upon to yourself too. Upon from them to you. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you need, I will read you another sometime, but it seems like you're drifting away, so good night, and sweet dreams, and rest well, and I'll make sure everything gets cleaned up, okay? Just don't forget about taking a bath later, very important, and some other time I'll clean those sheets, okay? Good night.